up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Press Any Key. I'm your host, Ben Apparano. With me, as always, my esteemed co-host, Michael Lawrence Burke.
Full Christian name again.
And Nick McFly. Everybody give it up.
Don't know my middle name, huh?
This is their last show here. Because I cannot believe that they are both going to be gone on the fucking biggest movie of the week. Of the year.
Of the week.
Of the
week, too.
Of the week, yeah.
That's for sure.
That's for sure.
But yeah, you can find us all social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at pressanykey.tv. So glad freedom of speech is back. And
Jesus Christ.
It was gone for so long, but it's back.
It's back. At the hands of another billionaire.
Yeah, well.
And yeah, so thanks for joining us. So we got some fun stuff this week.
We're staying on Twitter.
The last 50 minutes took everything out of me.
Yeah.
You shot.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We spent about 50 minutes doing troubleshoot today.
You guys have no idea. I was so hyped on the lights too. I was like, they're
I
done.
know, we got brand new light.
They're done. Like it looks good in here. There's
does.
a consistent tone across.
Yeah.
We fixed the
All of the
aspect
shots.
ratio, which has been a consistent problem.
Do you know how aggravating those types of problems are to me? Because it's like,
Such an easy fix.
how did this even happen? How did it even happen?
How could this have happened?
Because like,
How?
that's not something that just changes. You know what I mean? Like you have to make that change, and whoever made that change did 1040. What the fuck? Like, enough to drive you crazy. You know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
The 40 pixel change you want to see in the world.
Yeah. All it takes is 40 pixels to change a man.
That's why you're so changed by it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, well,
Let's get into
I
it.
don't care about these segues. So everybody here likes Lucasfilm, right? We've talked about this multiple times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Lucasfilm. It's a great time. So there hasn't been a Star Wars movie for 3 years. And that's kind of a problem when you spent $4 billion on an IP. You know, it's kind of an issue.
It's been the best for you say 3 years?
3 years.
Best 3 years since Disney bought Star Wars. The
Honestly.
three best years for the Star Wars franchise.
So here's the fucking crazy part, right? That apparently the delay of the next Star Wars movie is reportedly due to, quote, fear and indecision, which is absolutely
Hysterical.
the type of stuff you want to hear from people who are handling major IPs. But the next tweet absolutely sent me. It was the mantra at Lucasfilm is, quote, getting it right. I am dying to know what was the mantra before this.
Is that a joke?
No.
That has to
it's
be
a real. It's from a scoop. A Puck News.
From a scoop.
From a scoop. A pooper scooper.
I don't believe that that's the mantra. I can't.
At Disney? Now it is. Dude,
At Lucasfilm.
Can you guys believe they literally burned all of their good material? They burned literally all of it.
They burned all the goodwill.
The sequel trilogy, the anthology movies, the TV shows, the animated shit. The only thing that they got right was the theme park.
Well, Mandalorian,
But like honestly, like really think about that. When you've only won 5% of the game, like
That
and then
and
Andor
Andor.
is not horrible.
but also you guys, it wasn't just
have you
another
guys watched
series.
Andor yet?
I watched a
the
couple,
first 2
yeah.
episodes and it was good. But
Yeah.
my problem is that like I just don't want to give any more of my time. To
I've been
it.
burned.
Do you guys realize that although it's like got these amazing reviews, no one is watching it because of what happened with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Like you guys
It's
it
a
didn't
shame.
hit me that we finally got the Obi-Wan sequel until like a couple weeks ago. We finally got the Obi-Wan sequel, and I was so beaten down by the shit quality of everything they put out that was so bad and such a misfire that I was just like, this is what Disney puts out now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I haven't watched Andor, because it's
Me
like
either.
after Obi-Wan, I don't really care anymore.
don't care.
I honestly forgot Obi-Wan came out.
Yeah.
Like dead ass.
How?
Like it is not anywhere in like the zeitgeist of them talking about shit.
Yeah. So either way though, I just wanted to bring this up to everyone and be like, this clearly they're putting their best foot forward this time. Because originally the schedule was supposed to be. Now I don't know how much the pandemic fucked this up, but I can't imagine it was too much. The schedule was originally supposed to be I can't remember if it was 2020 or 2022 originally, but either way it was supposed to be Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar, Star Wars. A year off for both. Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar, Star Wars.
That's how many avatars is that? That's too many.
That was the
Always.
fucking plan. Like, and they just can't get it together. Bob Chapek, who has just posted nothing but absolute W's for Disney since he's taken control. He actually did something that I admire. Apparently he called Kathleen Kennedy and told her, stop announcing movies.
Just like stop. We gotta quit.
You need to not do that anymore because the shareholders are like, what the fuck is going on? Like, do you guys, there was a Rogue Squadron movie on the schedule?
Wasn't Taika Waititi
Patty
doing that one?
Patty Jenkins.
Patty
Oh, right.
Jenkins. They just took it off the schedule. Yeah,
They didn't even take it off. They just stopped talking about it. It's like maybe they'll forget.
It's just like you announced that they shot that commercial. That means that you tell me through those actions that you did not think this through at all. You just got to Patty Jenkins, and she was coming off Wonder Woman 1984. Or it was announced just before that, so the hype was still real. So
And then
yeah, exactly.
Everybody saw Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, everybody saw Wonder Woman was like,
Kathleen Kennedy's like, oh fuck.
yeah.
Oh no.
Kathleen, and then not only that, they didn't have a story. They didn't have a story.
You don't need a story. It's Star Wars. People will come.
I know.
You got a bunch of spaceships and they're shooting. That's the story.
So yeah, I kind of could not believe that shit when I read when they literally were like, get the new mantra is getting it right. I'm like,
well, I mean
what happened the first 10 years?
The first step to getting it right is
shutting up.
To just shut it down, like Bob Chapek said. Just stop.
I
Let's
do
take a breath.
I do appreciate that though. Whereas like if Marvel were to ever really fall off the rails like this, they would never shut that machine down.
Oh no,
ever.
It would impact too many things.
It was just Prince money. Whereas like this, they were just like, hold the fuck up, like everybody relax.
Doesn't print money.
Don't forget, we didn't even mention the fucking Rian Johnson trilogy. That is like
Apparently that's still in the works.
I don't buy it.
Apparently
you don't think?
And apparently Taika Waititi said he also was like, he's like, I'm still trying to find the story. It's like,
It's just why are you giving these
signing
things?
directors up that don't have anything to say? Please. Take a meeting with a director who's like, I have a Star Wars story I want to tell.
Like, this is what I want to do. I want to tell it this way. Here's how we can do it. It's not
Here's
just
how
like,
it fits
hey,
in the canon, and
like,
here's how I can shove a bunch of fan service shit.
I liked
in
what you
there.
did with Thor. Can you do some Star Wars? Like, do more?
Yeah. But the problem is with Star Wars, there's like we've talked about this before. I don't think you were actually on the show when we talked about this originally. If you're doing the sequel movies, like there's going to be another sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
There's going to be,
you have to,
right?
Isn't there supposed to be a Lindelof, like a newly confirmed Damon Lindelof Star Wars, unrelated in the Star Wars universe, but not related to anything that's happened?
I have no idea.
That excites me because I love what he did with Watchmen. He took something in a world we like and just kind of did something else different, and I loved that.
Well, okay. Either way, if you're making a sequel trilogy, like you're part of the main Skywalker saga, there's some original recipe shit that you got to put in there that everyone's expecting. That's your Coke, If you're making
Coca-Cola.
if you're making a spin-off movie, right? You can do new stuff with new characters, but there is still like some hallmarks of Star Wars. I mean, like,
Which is
you
what,
just
like,
got to do it in a new way.
That's the fun
when I
way
go
to
see a
do it.
sequel movie, don't fuck with the original recipe. I
No.
want to drink the Coke, okay? Serve me the Pepsi when I go see something else, okay? Like, that's my point. Is just
Give me my RC
whereas,
cola.
I think they should give it to fans. Like, you guys remember Scream? Remember when we saw that movie
I wasn't here for
almost
that.
12 months ago?
They
Gave that movie to fans,
and they did a great
and they
job
did
with
fucking
it.
yeah. The next one comes out in March, by the way.
What a weird time to release a Scream movie.
There's nothing after Avatar, there is literally nothing coming out until March.
Avatar is wiping the
What
slate
are
for
we
film.
gonna do for 3 months?
We're just gonna talk about Avatar.
We got a lot of video games to catch up on.
No, it's all
gonna be a
Avatar.
lot of
This is a quarter of Avatar podcast.
I really hope Nick gets really into it. Like, I hope he has.
That would
like,
be
he's-
something, wouldn't
Like
it?
Would
he
it?
like in his. It's like American Werewolf in London, but like it's all actually in his head, where like he sees himself as a reflection of a Navi, and it's like, hey Nick, you okay? Oh, nothing.
No.
I'm on my. Don't worry, I'm on my way in.
Don't
And,
knock
like,
on the
when
door.
He goes to shut the door and he's, ow! It's like, Nick, what happened? I think I just
my
nothing.
I-
Nothing's wrong. Nothing happened at all.
I must be mistaken.
I must. You know what I mean?
I thought. Never mind.
And then the end of the movie, he crawls in through the window as an actual fucking Navi and like hisses and shit.
I get in fights with all your cats.
You become like a wolf girl, but
Yeah.
you're a Navi.
Where Navi?
Oh, are you talking about like Horse Girl,
Yeah. Did you ever have a wolf girl at any of your like elementary schools?
where they wear the shirt with
where they love wolves. They wear that like the howling wolf shirt at the moon.
which it's like hand painted.
Yeah, but they also act like a fucking wolf. Like
No, I see everything short of that. I was like, yeah, I've seen this character before, but I've never seen them pretend to be an animal.
And
There
then,
was-
Mike, they take a shit in a litter box at the high school.
yeah, like
Joe Rogan told me about that.
That's like pre-furryism right there. You know,
it is. That is stage one furry.
Yeah,
There was
it's
this
like-
girl who lived down the block from us growing up.
Like, listen, I'm not a parent, okay, and I don't know what that road is like. However, if my child came to me and said, "Dad, I feel like a wolf," I'd be like, "No.
I'm getting
Man,
I'm getting
I
the
feel
belt.
like a wolf.
You better start feeling human like before I treat you like Old Yeller." Okay, so okay.
Oh my god. No, this girl who lived down the block literally she was a cat at first, I think, because she would straight up just look at you and like you would go to talk with her
would
and she would hiss, dead ass. She would hiss, she would meow, and like it was to the point where we were just like, well, I'm gonna not talk to you because I don't know what the fuck you're meowing.
I don't know how to communicate with you.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
Dude, it was. Oh God, I think her name was.
There was
I
a
can't
girl-
remember her
Don't
last
dox her right now.
I can't remember. I think her first name was
all right,
Jackie.
All right. There was a girl in my high school who I don't know. She's a nice girl. Okay,
Wolf girl.
not a wolf girl. She was a cat lady. But the difference is there's a video of her one time on the internet of her
I don't like where this is
meowing and
going.
licking her hands, but she put subtitles in to communicate what she was saying.
No,
And
shut
had
the fuck
like
up.
the e-girl anime ears on and like a choker. This was like 2006 too. On
She was
YouTube.
ahead
She
of the
was a
curve.
vanguard.
Oh yeah, dude, she was fucking ahead of the curve, like for sure. That's a great way to put it. A vanguard as well is also an apt term, but yeah, I don't know if she had to put that on the internet, but either way, like it was there, and like she acted like nobody knew, but we all knew.
Oh, we found it.
We all knew. Yeah, just to let everybody know, they always find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet was a much smaller place back then. If someone you know is putting up a
The
cat girl
internet
video.
at one point was geographical, not algorithm driven. Okay, like at one point, if your neighbor was posting something, there is probability
You found it.
You were gonna see it.
you
Yeah.
found it.
It's true. Okay,
We got first-hand experience with all that.
So yeah, Lucasfilm doesn't have a Star Wars movie plan.
Maybe they should make a cat girl movie.
I'd watch the shit out of that. I'd get nostalgic for that. They should hire her. My God, you're such assholes.
We didn't do these things, nor are we saying.
you know, truthfully, like I'm sure there's stuff plenty of people would pull up on their screens and make fun of me over.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
fine.
yeah, whatever.
come at
yeah.
at you is what you're saying.
like this podcast.
Yeah, true. I put this out every week, like, and I'm like, isn't
People
this
have to put up
cool?
with us.
You guys like
You guys
us?
believe I'm engaged to a female,
An e-girl?
an e-girl? She streams.
I'm growing my own e-girl in the basement. Cracked me the fuck up when you said that.
Yeah. Yeah, it had to be done.
It had to
Anyway,
be done.
Nick, there's Avatar news.
Oh boy.
I threw this in last minute because I feel like.
Oh wait, is this the one you posted?
Yes.
Oh, I saw the title and I got so excited. I was like, "This is what I want to hear."
So I let me just.
I'm at a loss
Can
for
I just
words.
preface this with, I'm gonna make this as miserable as possible for you until we see this movie.
I don't know how you take your stance with Nick on this film. You're like, I wish he loves it. I'm going to make it hateful for you.
What I mean by that is that I'm going to make sure we cover this week to
As
week.
much as possible.
So
Oh, okay.
you are primed. You are as ready for this as the second shot
You're
of a
going
vaccine.
to beat him down. It's not priming. It's not lifting him up. He's going to be a shell of an avatar.
No, Nick will be like, all right, I need to see. I'm ready.
No, he's going to be like, just fucking get it over with.
Because
it's like the way my dad talks to me about religion, where he thinks one day I'll just be into it.
Nick, the grace of the Lord will get you one day.
I don't know what Pat's doing over
what
here.
is this
blue picture.
Oh yeah, viewers won't understand, but my dad lost 70 pounds. He doesn't look like Baloo anymore. He looks good.
He looks good.
Yeah.
He lost weight through Christ.
He does like Avatar.
Yeah, no,
too,
through
though.
Mike, it was intermittent fasting. That did it.
Well, Jesus,
All
Jesus
things
in
are
40 days and 40 nights in the desert.
In
They
an
didn't.
unsurprising turn of events, he rooted for the military. So go figure. Anyway,
Nick's gonna love Avatar.
So Avatar news. So James Cameron came out and said that Avatar 3 is prepared in such a way that if the sequels aren't profitable, they can just end it.
Yes.
It's like
Which is like the best way to say I'm really not confident on this next one.
It hasn't even come. Like, there is a trailer, right? There's one official
Dude,
trailer.
no,
They're
another one came
they're
out.
talking about Avatar 3 already because they're deep in
No,
production.
but that's what
on
I'm
that.
saying. There is 2 trailers for Avatar 2, and they're like, guys, I don't know how this is gonna go.
Well, Mike, remember the point that I made last week where I said there's going to be diminishing returns?
Yeah.
Nobody, like, after 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, it's like nobody's going to be in the theaters. James Cameron also had the same thought and was like, if the sink starts sinking after 3, we just pull the plug. I wrote it so it could be a conclusion or it could be...
So-
They just line all of them up and shoot him in the back.
Yeah.
I just want to say though, I mean, listen, we know this is gonna make money. I don't know if it'll do what
For
the
no
last
good
movie
reason.
did. Anyway, when they put out Avatar in that 3-week engagement in September, that movie made $100 million. There was other movies that the public had never seen before or ever been in theaters that didn't even come close to making a tenth of that.
Right, which I think that was the smartest fucking marketing play they could have done. Because when did Avatar 1 come out?
1902.
December 2009.
So 2009. So if you're talking about and you're trying to make 4+ movies, you want obviously like millennials, but also like Gen Z to go see it. People in Gen Z were like maybe 10 years old, 8 years old when that came out, so they don't remember it. They're not doing anything that would have like re-releasing it was a good play.
I don't even think it has to be like, oh, they were young. It's like, I don't remember what happens in that movie. Like, I
that's
forgot.
the thing. We were, what? 17,
high school,
17 or whatever. Yeah. Like junior year of high school at that point.
So this is an actual quote from James Cameron. Let me just give you the context to it. When a studio makes a kind of investment in a property, they want a big return on it. And if The Way of Water underperforms, 20th Century Studios, also known as Disney, could cut it off before it has reached the 5th movie. James Cameron is fully aware of this possibility and is willing to end the series after the 3rd film if the audience isn't there for it. Notably, though, James Cameron has never had a major stumble at the box office.
Oh, come on.
However, Cameron has not released a film in the streaming era yet. Sure, films like Top Gun Maverick and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness made loads of cash, but the theatrical hits are fewer and far between. So this is his exact quote. The market could be telling us we're done in 3 months, or we might be semi-done, meaning, okay, let's complete the story within 3 movies and not go on endlessly. If it's not...
So let's not go on endlessly, which is what he's describing his franchise.
Yeah.
It's just not profitable. We're in a different world now where we could wrote this stuff even. It's a 1-2 punch, the pandemic and streaming. Or conversely, maybe we'll remind people that going to the theater is all about. The film definitely does that. The question is, how many people give a shit now, though?
Oh, so he is saving movie theaters. This is the standpoint that he's taking in it.
Yes, he is acutely aware of what he's trying to do
What
right
a
now.
fucking asshole. Nick, I saw you over there just like when you were like, they all did good at the box
Yeah,
office.
it's
You were
like,
like, hold the fucking phone.
I need to see. I mean, don't get me wrong. All of his movies, like, he does have a lot of great movies.
Bro, even the ones that probably did the worst, he still made
substantially
up for
made money.
with the Avatar is the only like $3 billion movie at this point.
So so it looks like everything that he directed did good.
Yeah.
Not everything that he wrote did
And
good.
produced. Definitely not produced.
Yeah, well,
He's saving the good shit for
all
himself.
all the Terminator sequel, like Terminator Dark Fate and shit, that was James Cameron produced, and that was a piece of garbage, right?
Dark Fate is okay. A lot of people didn't like it because they killed off John Connor.
Whoa, spoiler.
Well, it's been years and
No.
you weren't gonna watch it.
Yeah, no, because it was produced by James Cameron.
no, but it was directed by Tim Miller,
Ooh.
who did Deadpool. And he does Love, Death and Robots.
Did he do?
Oh, right.
Who did not Dark Fate? The one before that. Who did that one?
Who done it?
Who done it?
The fuck are you talking about?
All right, so you got you got Terminator.
Such a cold, like,
You got
fuck you
Terminator.
saying?
Terminator 2, Terminator 3.
Uh-huh.
The one with Batman in it. And you know the one where it was John Connor was played by.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Help
okay.
me, I'm Batman.
Yeah, I got it. I know which one.
And then there was another one after that,
Help me, I'm Batman.
Genesis. That was it, Genesis.
Oh.
That one was garbage.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and just thinking that the main actor looked like a thumb the entire time.
Do you remember who it is?
Jai Courtney.
Yeah. Fucking Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang himself. He's a good Captain Boomerang, but man, he is
Okay,
He is a
James.
dumb.
All right, Terminator Genesis was written by, among other people, James Cameron.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think it was written or they throwing his name in
You
there?
know
They put
what?
his name right on
You're
there.
right. It's written by James Cameron, based on the characters by James
There you
Cameron.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll give him credit for that. He didn't write the worst Terminator movie.
No, he just inspired it.
You guys, he's a good filmmaker. He's just a poor investor, okay?
Look,
Oh, I also think
one's
he's.
arguing.
I think of James Cameron the same way that South Park thinks of him. You know, he's sniffing his own farts kind of guy.
As if he doesn't deserve it.
I mean,
There are men in this world and women entitled to sniff their own farts.
doesn't mean I can't talk about him on a podcast in New Jersey,
That's what
baby.
I'm saying. Okay, anyway. Speaking of sniffing their own farts, David Zaslav.
That's a good transition.
It is. Apparently this guy, he's dead set on if you don't know, he was the CEO of Discovery. They bought Warner Brothers. They have successfully merged.
They were gonna say murdered it.
Yeah, and now he has formed DC Studios, headed up by James Gunn and Peter Safran. And on an investors call, this was some of his notable quotes. The first thing was, they want to have a real focus on franchises. One of the things he said, which just seems to be confusing everyone, is we haven't had a Superman movie in 13 years. That is just
patently
objectively
untrue.
untrue. We haven't done a Harry Potter movie in 15 years. He just shit all over Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, right.
That was a good one.
Just completely-
I like that one.
That's the way he should be doing.
Yeah, I like that
To
one.
be fair, yeah. But he's like, Harry Potter wasn't in any of these movies in 50. Like, he's just drunk.
Yeah.
I guess you mean,
yelling
like,
about this
literally
shit.
there hasn't been a Harry Potter movie. It's
Yeah.
been the Wizarding
Yo,
World.
here's if we're getting on that subject, I'm all in favor of a new Harry Potter trilogy of them in their 30s, and then give it 20 years. Let's do it in their 50s.
You
All right?
just want, like, 30s cop Harry Potter?
Yeah.
I want propaganda.
Where he like
Propaganda.
I definitely want to see it like like in Star Wars episode like 2 or 3 where all of a sudden Anakin's got a scar. Like you're starting to see the
Yeah.
effects of Harry Potter being a crime fighter.
He's got a drinking problem.
Like I said, I want propaganda Harry. All right, I want and I want it to be some sort of
like stop and
do
frisk
I
Harry
stand
Potter.
up for the law
Daniel
or do I
Radcliffe.
stand up for my morals?
He's fucking ripped. This fucking six
I
pack
know, I
ass.
know.
He is cut.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he said the DC movies and Harry Potter movies proved a lot of profits for Warner Brothers Motion Pictures over the last 25 years. The problem is he's saying this like he's just finding out.
That's the thing. Where
So
it's
a focus on franchise, one of the big advantages that we have, House of the Dragon is an example of that. Game of Thrones taking advantage of Sex in the City, Lord of the Rings. We still have the right to do Lord of the Rings movies. What are the movies that have brands that are understood and loved everywhere in the world? Regarding Harry Potter specifically, Zaslav said he would be interested, quote, if we can do something with JK on Harry Potter going forward, unquote.
Dude, I'm telling you, he is drunk in this meeting, just like being like, what do we got? What's in the bag?
There was
Sex
one
in the City.
There was another quote where he said, Game of Thrones, what are we doing with that right now? And it's like somebody definitely
someone
told
was
him
like, no.
yeah, we just had a really successful first season of that show.
Everyone's like, just let him do it.
Rowling started, and then it talks about her controversy in her comments, which I don't really care to
Would
talk
you have
about.
that quote? I love that quote where he's like, "We gotta. Not everything should be on HBO. But we got a great content like 2.5 Men and Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's your standard of great content.
Seems like that guy hasn't watched
Any television, any movie in 13 years.
The other thing too is that he's just looking at the numbers. You know what I mean? Because Big Bang Theory and
He's like,
Friends,
Two and a
and
Half
whatever the
Men
fuck
is
else they
killing
have.
it.
Oh yeah, 2.5 Men and what's the other one? Big Bang Theory.
Bang.
They are always on in this house. You cannot escape them.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah, yeah. They're pretty funny.
I did,
Old 2.5 Men is amazing.
Yeah, back
incredible.
Before
Back
it
when
completely jumped the shark.
yeah. When it did that weird thing with Ashton Kutcher
That they
and, like,
killed him.
yeah, like the most brutal. Like you couldn't bring him back.
Yeah,
even if
didn't he
they
like get hit by a train or some
I think
shit?
he
in it?
did.
destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, your uncle got eviscerated by a train, but
Fuck.
here's a new pretty boy.
here's Steve Jobs.
Yeah, honestly.
I do think the interesting thing from that article, he was saying like not everything should be on HBO. Like we did research into like I think he cited like Vudu and Crackle, and he was like, if you go on there, people are watching Gunsmoke and this and that, and it's like we have similar shows to that, but people aren't watching them. Get them off HBO and get like
Put 'em on-
send them to Vudu and they'll get viewership. Like, why are we not licensing these to other streaming platforms? I'm like, that's the smartest thing he said in this fucking meeting.
I wonder how long that goes for. You know
Until
what I
all the
mean?
boomers
So
die.
for what? What
Like,
till what goes
how
for?
long does, because like a lot of people are like, oh, licensing out properties on like Sony wants nothing to do with having their own streaming service. They're just licensing out their shit. But like they can do that because they are in the unique position of not having their own streaming service, which is fucking crazy to say out loud. So they get paid for all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make money on that. Someone else is hosting their content.
Well, again, it comes back to like everything just being cyclical about channels and cable and everything like that. It's like, you want to start your own network? Do you want to do this? Do you want to license it? Like, where do you want to sit?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that they're like, we can be innovative and then just fuck everything back to how it was, which is what they're doing.
We can fuck it back to how
They
it
are
was.
fucking it back
Truthfully,
to how it
I think
is.
the only streaming services that survive are Netflix, Disney Plus, and HBO Max. The rest of them should just license content to the three of them.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah, because
and just license content to the rest of them. Because Paramount Plus really can go fuck itself.
Hulu really like has nothing.
Hulu has
on it.
nothing now.
It has a couple things, but it's
Yeah.
been a minute
And
since
it's like
Hulu has had any
uncensored,
like.
too. It's weird. I mean,
Really?
it's censored.
Oh,
You know, like Rick and Morty does not have cursing on Hulu.
That's weird.
It doesn't have. I think it's only on like Adult Swim where it's like uncensored now.
Rick and Morty is on HBO Max as well.
Oh, and it's uncensored.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? Westworld got canceled.
Yeah.
Not doing a. It's
God.
after season 4, right? Or
Yeah, they're wrapping up season 4. There was only supposed to be 5 seasons, but I think, like a lot of other people, I was a big fan of seasons 1 and 2, and then 3, I stopped watching 3 episodes in. So
Yo, the problem, I
same.
feel like also the wind just got taken out of the sales of that show because
it took so long
it took
to
so
make.
fucking long to make when they were like, I was like season 4. I was watching YouTube videos on this show in like 2011. What the
also,
fuck?
the same thing with Rick and Morty, but it just has a stronger fan base. Like Rick and Morty's been around for close to a decade, and they're
Yeah.
on season what, 5
I mean,
or
that's
6?
that's a lot.
Rick
Yeah,
and,
that's
but Rick
true.
and Morty for me is like it's not junk food. Like it's funny and it's well thought out and I really like it, but it's not a show that I like
You don't care about the story
invest
progression.
Well, that's
super
the
amounts
thing.
of time in, you know.
That's
like,
actually probably the big downfall of Westworld is you have to be caught up, but it's hard to be caught up when it takes 2 years to see the next season.
Also, with that, I don't want to go back and watch the first season because you know how it ends. It pulls out everything emotionally from it, and you're going to sit through 15 hours of content that
Just
you know
to get
how
the little details.
just to remember where shit is.
yeah.
So it's, I don't know.
Last time on Westworld.
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way,
This
though,
week.
I'm fucking all for a new Harry Potter trilogy.
Is that what we're getting
Do
taken
6
away from
fucking
this?
movies. I don't care.
You know what I'd
Fuck Star
Fuck
Wars.
that
Give me
shit.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm down for more Harry Potter movies. Bring Voldemort back too.
I'm
Fuck
very
it, bring it all.
much very much on the Harry Potter subreddit these days. Yeah, I know.
You
Hey man.
I do love the way this character progression of Nick has unfolded through the episodes of Press Any Key.
He's like,
I'm on
thinking
this book of Harry Potter.
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
I'm
reading
on
it.
this book. I'm at this part where you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We've got a brisk
real
retelling
progression.
of Harry
So-
Potter, and it's leading right up the ass of that release date for
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm ready for that.
They're gonna
Yeah.
push it. They're gonna push it again.
Yeah. Oh, and they're adding in
you
like
wanna be on this show anymore?
microtransactions. But so
You want to bet?
the
Viewers, what do you think?
the Harry Potter subreddit seems the most popular thing that I've been seeing is the Harry Potter fans are kind of like Star Wars fans where they're like, I love Harry Potter, but those fucking movies, they didn't get all the details and we need this, that, and the other thing. What they want, and I agree with this, is to do an HBO series.
Yes.
And take your time and make them like long 24 episode seasons and get every little detail and milk, you know, like even if it's animated, do an animated series.
Well, they thought that we would get that with like all the Fantastic Beasts. It's like, okay,
Well,
cool. You're giving me lore.
hold
You're
on.
giving me more shit.
and
but-
they fucked that
And they
up.
shit
you
that
missed,
bad.
but the difference between Star Wars and Harry Potter is that not a lot of people gave a shit about Harry Potter until it hit the fucking movie screen.
Pat, you are so fucking wrong.
Yeah, no.
Dude, that book
I
was
get
a
they were-
phenomenal.
Sorry,
I
dude.
Listen, I get they were popular, but they are not nearly as popular as they are now after the
Well, it
movies came out.
jettisoned them
Not
into
even
success, but they
close.
those were like, I don't know if it's just because
yeah,
like
but
I
it's
was
not
there
J.K.
for it.
Rowling is a billionaire successful. It's like
Yeah.
she has
but
a couple $1 million. Like
Yeah, but I mean, like, what other
she's a-
children's book had
J.K.
that level
Rowling
of?
is the first person to be become a millionaire, or maybe not first person
Billionaire.
or first woman to become a millionaire from being an author,
yes.
not a movie.
Yeah, I
maker
get that.
from an author,
But she didn't like no theme parks were erected in the name of her books. Okay,
Yeah,
like
but
that's
Pat, do you remember what it was like to be a kid when those books were coming out? They were everywhere.
When,
There's
like,
people
going-
lining up outside of Barnes and Noble the night before.
I went to
for
the midnight
midnight
release. I went to the midnight release for Goblet of Fire.
I agree with all of those things. However,
So you're just being a
book,
little like a
movie,
nudge.
it's just not the
He's
same.
just being a
it's a
nudge.
totally different
So
scale.
you're saying people are more
no one is
aware of it.
No one is disagreeing
I'm
with
saying
that.
it wouldn't be as monstrous without them. But the point I'm saying that is because like I don't think just doing Harry Potter movies set in the Harry Potter universe is going to keep that franchise making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well, you
I
need
think they
to.
need
You gotta
to
go back to the well.
I think they need to go back to the well and do a proper sequel and get cast members back and
Don't
like
do a sequel. Just redo it.
no,
Reboot
don't
it.
read.
Oh,
If you
no,
want to
don't
do a
reboot
TV,
it.
if you want to do a TV show and reboot it with new actors and everything, I'm cool with that.
Uh-huh.
But if you're making another theatrical Harry Potter movie,
I-
go to the fucking
I've
well,
already
or I'm not watching
I've
it.
got some of my cast picked out for my Harry Potter HBO series.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My Voldemort. It's fucking what's Smaug? What's his name? H.P. Lovecraft.
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Yes.
And then the
Doctor Strange. You
Doctor
could have led
Strange.
with that one, and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
would have known.
What did I say? Smaug.
Smaug, which I knew, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd make a great Voldemort in the series. The main actor from Sandman would be Snape. What the fuck is his name?
We
I
still
don't-
haven't watched Sandman, have
yeah,
we?
no.
No, you haven't. You
I know.
probably
I'm sorry. I'm
should.
sorry, Nick. We should.
His name is Tom Sturridge. He would make a great Snape.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have no
who's
idea.
playing Harry? Let's just get to the meat and potatoes.
I don't.
here.
I don't know any child.
Timothy
I don't know
Chalamet.
any British children
Not
actors.
bad, but he's 27.
Yeah, I know. Harry was like, or
no,
Actually,
he wasn't.
how old was Daniel
He was
Radcliffe
11
in the last?
years
no,
old.
He was
no.
like 9 years old.
No. But in the last film, how old was Daniel
Oh,
Radcliffe?
he was probably like 20.
22.
He was that young.
Yeah, he was young as fuck.
I.
He was 18 when the fifth one came out.
Okay. Yeah.
So 3 more years after that, yeah, he was 22.
Right.
Well, there's
the thing
4
is-
movies, so he might have been 23. Depending on when they shot them, though. Who the fuck cares? He was in his early 20s.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay. Do you have a Dumbledore?
Nick,
Do you have a Dumbledore?
Nick, they use the kid from the Weird Al movie when he's a kid.
Okay. He's not English though.
Doesn't have to be now.
Yes, he has to be.
No, we've thrown that out the window.
The new Harry Potter has to, if he's TV show, he has to be American.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they have actually. That's a great point. They have all of the other schools that exist in other places.
True.
What's
they
the American school called?
It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's called PS 118.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to know. Fucking David Zaslav is like, we need to focus on franchises. What have you been doing up to this point, if not focusing on
He
franchises?
just got there, my guy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like.
all they've been doing is franchise.
A lot of
doesn't
this
do
is
anything other than
a lot of this
franchises.
is corporate
Hubbub.
hubbub,
Hullabaloo.
pretty much. Like, this is all blowing smoke up investors' butts. The thing that's important to focus on here is that if he's openly talking about how he wants to figure something out with J.K. Rowling to make more Harry Potter movies, those conversations have already happened.
Yeah,
like, they
that's
are
true.
already
they've
talking
reached
about,
out.
Yes, absolutely. However, I hope his skills in reading charts about financial graphs are as good as his script reading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if she turns in if I see a credit on another Harry Potter movie that says based on a script written by J.K. Rowling, I will not watch the movie.
This is not what we
I will
want.
not watch the movie.
Like you said before, turn it over to the fans. The fans are the real keepers of the lore.
Get some,
Get
Englishman.
somebody, some kid who grew up
Chris
watching the
Columbus.
Harry Potter movies. Well, yeah,
He
bring him
directed
back.
the first two, and he said he would gladly direct either an original story that he has, or he would direct an adaptation of The Cursed Child from Broadway.
Oh, fuck that though.
Yeah, no, we don't want that.
I don't want a cursed child.
Okay, I haven't seen it, so
I've heard about. I watched a few different people do a review and read
I thought
through
you were
scene
gonna
by
say
scene.
an illegal version
And
of
it's
it.
just like a Christian church play, but it's somebody who went beat by beat and read through the premise, and it's just Harry Potter's kids time travel and fuck up the timeline, and Voldemort's got a kid. And
That sounds awesome.
No,
This sounds sick.
no.
It's not what you want.
I want to watch this now.
I want it.
Okay, so yeah, David Zaslav, he's
Daddy
making
Zaz.
some moves, and this is the leadership that we need. I can't wait to see what happens in 6 months. I can't wait to who do they put in charge of the Wizarding World shit? You know what I mean? Who do they put in charge of those movies?
Hermione,
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson and J.K. Rowling, two people who couldn't be any different.
Any closer.
Yeah. Okay. We watched Weird Al, everybody.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Oh no.
fuck, I
We
got
did
the-
watch Weird Al.
I have spoiler written down.
Can we first talk about what the fuck is Roku doing with movies here?
Mike, I thought you moved here from Roku City.
Well, Nick, I am a Roku refugee, eh?
Yeah.
So
you used to live in
Refugee.
Roku City.
That mean I
Okay.
had to leave for
All right,
political
but hold
reasons.
on.
But you're a political
Can
refugee.
can we stop for a second, because it dawned on me what the Roku channel is, and you know how there's this shit where it's like free live TV, right?
Right.
It's not really free. They're taking your data, and there's commercials, right? It's
Well,
just
that's what live TV is anyway.
exactly. It's TV from the internet, though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They've just eliminated coaxial cables altogether, but it is essentially
No,
the
that's-
same purpose.
That's a blessing, though. Like,
So,
fuck those coax
since-
cables.
Fuck them cables.
Since Roku though already has hardware, I'm sure it just hired some fucking software developer to create a TV service that comes with your Roku device now, right?
Like
And
Apple
I guess-
TV.
Right.
Did you guys see on the poster for the Weird Al movie, it said powered by T-Mobile. So they are
Oh, yeah.
literally taking sponsorships and then advertising on this movie had
Oh, it
commercials.
had a
in
lot of commercials.
but it was
in
uncensored. You know what I mean? It was like watching a regular movie.
Yeah,
but
it
had-
didn't like naturally
wasn't-
go to commercial break kind of feeling.
It was
just-
like watching Meet the Parents, except it's not rated R.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's on it's on TNT, so it's all cut up and shit.
It's
you know
also
what I
got
mean?
that ad that pops out when you pause it. Like, it's
In the
presented
top,
by
yeah.
T-Mobile.
Exactly. So I think this is I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud, but I sat there and I was like, this is a genius business model because all they got to do is license all this content. They don't even got to create it, but they have enough money to create it. So they are. And now they have this genuinely funny and sincere, surprisingly, comedy that stars Daniel Radcliffe, who, by the way,
Harry Potter.
I haven't seen in anything since Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yep, I haven't seen a single thing Daniel Radcliffe's been in
He
since Harry
did
Potter.
Swiss Army
He did
Man.
Swiss Army Man.
That was pretty good.
He did a couple other things. He did that one where he's like a devil.
They did one where he's in the
Yeah.
jungle too. He gets
He's got the
stranded-
guns.
He gets
Yeah.
he gets stranded in the jungle. There's
Yeah.
one.
Oh, with Sandra Bullock.
Oh, there was one. No, that's not him. That's Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
And then there's that other one where he
What's the one where he's in like the robe with the gun? That was like the famous meme.
I don't know. There is that one, but there's also the one the Woman in Black. He did horror movies
yeah.
for a bit
Oh,
too.
right.
Okay, so the one Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, he's
is
the
in that
villain,
movie.
right?
He's the villain.
Yeah. That's it, okay.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. I take that back.
Stupid.
I thought it was just hysterical because we weren't going to talk about this movie originally, and I flipped on because I have a Roku TV, so I turn it on, and it's like, where you're going, and it's like, what input do you want to select, everything like that, and it was just him, like big right
With
there,
an
and I was
accordion.
like, no, this was where he was just like, like back belting into
I
a
think
microphone.
he's got an accordion. in
Oh, he
that
might,
shot.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and it's so funny because like that piece of marketing was effective.
That was so organically
because,
effective.
like, I see those fucking billboards in Roku City go by all the time, and I'm like, who's watching these?
yeah.
Now it's us.
I didn't realize that they're literally advertising right into this room. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
And that was the thing. You didn't have
Broadcasting
to.
straight from Roku City.
and this is the fucked up part. This is just the television model, and we're sitting here like, what a great idea.
I know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is different. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like in a way the ads are less obtrusive than when you were watching cable TV back in the day.
yeah.
Still made an hour and 48 movie into a 2-hour
Into
movie.
two
That's
and
yeah.
change.
Dude, I watched this movie with my dad. My dad's bought his whole house is rigged up with Rokus. So I was like, oh, I'll go watch this with my dad. And the whole time, like, he just wanted to talk through the whole thing. So then I just like, I had the remote in my hand the whole time, and I paused. So that movie, it probably took us over 3 hours
Holy
to
hell.
watch it. So I had a good time hanging out with my dad. And actually, I want to shoot us over to that picture that I sent you.
Oh yeah.
So, backstory: my dad has worked with Weird Al before. Back in the late '90s or early 2000s, my dad was working at the Holiday Inn as a chef in Tinton Falls. So Weird Al was staying there, and like they were shooting a promo for MTV, and they went down to the kitchen and said, "Does anybody want to shoot a promo with Weird Al?" And my dad volunteered. So before I went to watch this movie with my dad, I went to go find the footage of this. Couldn't find it. I watched hours and hours of Weird Al. Used to do this MTV takeover every couple of years. Couldn't find the video. But the whole premise was that my dad came into Weird Al's hotel room with a cart with food and was like, "Oh, Mr. Yankovic, here's your dinner." And he like spits it out and was like, "This is gross." And his security guys come and grab my dad and whisk him out of the room.
Oh, shit.
So then Weird Al like signed this chef hat for my dad. So I just spent a lot of hours watching Weird Al. But yeah, my dad took this picture of this chef hat that when he met Weird Al and got to be on TV with him.
Did he say anything like how he was, like, or does he remember?
He thought it was
He just
nice.
kept saying he was
but
manly.
It was very, very manly.
Saying
But
he was so manly.
so
I was like, well, okay.
being that I watched all this Weird Al stuff, I also happened to watch the behind the music that he did like about 20 years ago. So everything that gets referenced in the movie, I know the actual truth of the matter.
I love that.
So if you want, as we're talking
Yeah,
about
please.
it, I can give you what actually happened.
Got it. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
He's Weird Al's he's a funny guy.
He's a weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
He's a Weird Al.
So, when did you first listen to Weird Al? Because I'm pretty sure mine was in grammar school, and I heard some parody song.
Well, yeah,
you don't say.
That's what he would do.
Oh my god, you guys are such assholes. I heard some parody song, but I thought it was like a one-off thing, and then like LimeWire, it's like Weird Al, like
Yeah.
who the hell's Weird Al? You know what I mean? White and Nerdy was a big one.
White
I was
Nerdy
gonna
was
say White and
huge,
Nerdy is
yeah.
my first like substantial memory about that, like watching that on YouTube.
I think that was probably when I became like really aware of him. but I'm not
Trapped
sure.
in the drive-thru.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, and he did the Star Wars Phantom Menace
Oh
one.
no, okay, that one absolutely is the first one.
Yeah.
He did Star Wars Cantina. Didn't he do?
No, he
Star
did.
Wars
He did
Cantina?
American Pie, but Star Wars.
Yeah, and it was about Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So what that came out in '99. So it was probably around 1999 that we all kind of became aware of
Yeah.
him.
No, that's the one I distinctly remember, and that we had downloaded from like LimeWire
Yeah.
and Napster or something.
What are you doing over there, Pat?
Hold on.
What are you looking up?
No, there's a fucking. Oh, maybe it isn't by Weird Al.
Did he like redo the? Or are you thinking he redid the Cantina theme?
No, there is a Star Wars Cantina parody song, but I'm reading literally right here that it is often attributed to parodyist Weird Al,
But he didn't.
but he didn't. But
Oh.
it sounds like him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, White and Nerdy, obviously my baloney.
I didn't know
My Bologna.
my Bologna. Yeah, it was really the Star Wars one that was substantially.
So non-spoiler though, what do we think about the movie?
Dude, it's by Funny or Die, so it's Will, which is Will Ferrell's company. It felt
T-Mobile.
Roku.
Roku.
It really felt like I was watching like an early, like Will. Oh,
Sorry.
like an.
I have the page muted. I'm not sure why that's
Never thought I'd come back here. What are you watching, Nick?
I'm pulling up the White and Nerdy video.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's an,
I thought that was a new drop. I was like,
it's the
what
ad.
the
Yeah, I was
fuck
confused.
is- oh.
It's the ad for the movie with Jennifer Lawrence and Brian Tyree Henry that I was
Oh,
just
okay.
saying
Oh.
I get all the
Yeah.
time.
But yeah, I felt it really felt like Walk Hard to me.
Yes.
The Dewey
Oh,
Cox
dude.
story.
I
100%.
was like, this is just like Walk Hard, but it also felt good that there was just like a comedy that was like meant to be stupid,
So light, so fun.
It
Like, it
didn't
felt-
have
Did
to
you say
have
it
like
dared to be stupid?
It did
yes,
dare to be
it
stupid.
did. It wasn't like Judd Apatow where it's like everyone's like a 3-dimensional character and
Yeah,
like
it wasn't a smart comedy.
No,
it was
just
purely,
meant to be goofy and like.
Which-
Which was fine because that's all Weird Al was ever meant to be was goofy.
And he's making, or this movie is a parody movie about his life.
Yeah,
which-
and his whole like, which is the perfect tone.
Yeah.
like he's new boot goofing the whole movie. You know, I'm just. Did you notice that guy? He played the salesman.
Yeah.
the guy
Oh,
from
yeah,
Reno
yeah, yeah.
911,
Uh-huh.
new boot goofing.
Dude,
that was
everybody
him, yeah.
was in this movie.
Oh,
the
dude,
cameos.
I was
Yeah.
so glad. I was like, oh my god, this is like a real comedy again. There's a bunch of comedians that
Yeah,
are in this.
ton of
shit.
comedians, ton of
Mick
cameos.
Gruber.
Yeah.
Mick Gruber was in the
Will
fucking.
Forte's in
Will
it.
Forte.
Conan was in it.
Okay, so I went through with like as we were watching the party scene to call out all the cameos. Fucking what a star-studded
Yeah,
event
that
was.
scene was hysterical.
Fucking Yorma and Akiva as fucking who was it? Salvador Dali.
Dolly was there.
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Fucking
Then we
Pee
had
Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. Then
Herman.
we had Gallagher. You had Frank Zappa in the back. You
Yeah.
had the dude from Queen.
RuPaul.
No, that was fucking
That was
Divine.
Elvira.
Elvira.
Elvira
which
was
really
there.
funny because I said to Liz, they couldn't get the real Elvira. Like, what
She's
the fuck is
old
she
now.
Oh, I
doing?
know. It was got to be cameos. That's
Yeah.
why it was great. Fucking Jack Black as Wolfman.
Jack Black is Wolfman.
Jack, that was great. I enjoyed his scenes quite a lot. And like it, like I said, I'm just so happy that it was like a comedy that you could just. It wasn't so stupid that it was like, oh, really, this is all you thought
Yeah,
of?
it wasn't like fart and poop humor.
I also like how like
Fart and poop
the,
humor.
the musical sequences. I love how they just didn't even try. They're like, let's just have
Yeah.
Al.
It's just Al's voice.
It's just Al.
No,
do it.
that is Daniel Radcliffe singing. I'm like fairly certain.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It definitely
It's
is not.
not a chance.
I'll look it
Bro,
up.
I've heard him sing on Broadway before.
I
It's
was
not
pretty
him.
sure that, or it could be wrong, but I'll look at while y'all are going.
He did learn a little bit how to play accordion from Weird Al. Not good enough to play the actual songs, but enough where he could fake it. Mm-hmm. So I did watch that.
Yeah. Okay. So while this is from Variety, hold on, maybe. While Yankovic dubbed over the actor's voice for the film soundtrack, Radcliffe actually sang the Weird Al songs during the takes. I want to hear. I want to hear.
that, yeah.
I want to hear those.
Oh, okay. So he sang
That's
them
what I
on
read.
set, and they just dubbed over. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
You guys remember Key and Peele were in the White Nerdy music video?
No, I didn't know
I
that.
did not
Yeah,
remember
they're-
that.
They're,
They're the guys driving the car. Right?
yeah, in the beginning.
Okay, so I would give this like 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
I'd give it 9.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a straight 9 out of 10. It's just like it's a relatively quick movie. It's so outrageous. There was moments where I actually literally laughed out loud.
Oh yeah, I was cracking up really fucking hard at some points. I was
Yeah.
like not expecting this to be that funny.
No, and it was just like I was like, this is so dumb. It's so innocently funny
Yeah.
that it was like actually felt good to watch.
Yes.
It was so like everything now
Yeah,
I do feel has so much weight to it. Like you said, like everybody's 3D.
I just feel like there's like Judd Apatow's like comedy like took over for a few years and it morphed into like this weird like masturbatory like, oh, comedy has to be real characters and that's what makes it funny. And then they went
put
from
flaw
comedies
in people.
Yeah, they
and-
went from comedies to just being like movies about people that
Or
were still
melodramas with jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still funny, but they weren't
Well,
just like we're here to be stupid for 2.5.
This movie
you know?
did feel like it was a spiritual successor to Dewey Cox.
Yes.
Work
a
Hard.
million
Yeah.
percent.
And it's like it really bringing back like the Funny or Die Will Ferrell style of humor.
It's
And
non-habit forming.
You don't want no part of this, Dewey.
It takes all the bad feelings and makes
and
them
turns them feel good.
And it
good.
did the thing where like even Dewey Cox had like all your like celebrities playing bad cameo
Yeah.
Yeah.
playing celebrities of the era. So
And I
good.
mean, they're also singing. They're singing a bunch of made-up bullshit in that movie. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And they're great songs.
And they're great
Like,
songs.
Those are
And
fantastic.
This one, I feel like they do a really good job of emulating like the spirit of Weird Al.
yeah, all the like
If-
stupid shit where
If there's one criticism I can give it, it gets a little unfocused towards the end of Act 2, going into Act 3. It gets pretty far off the beaten path.
I
I was
think
like,
that's-
what are we doing
they,
On
here?
they double
purpose,
yeah,
though.
they double down on it and
Yeah.
they double down again on it.
I
like-
guess. Exactly. But even then, I was just like, I feel like I was more compelled when we were just going through his career, not whatever this just
Well,
became.
that's why I was like, yeah, I had that initial feeling of being like, okay, that was interesting, and then I was like, oh no, we're still we're still going. Like
we're still doing this.
and I'm like,
bit.
this is
Okay.
fucking hysterical at that point.
Yeah. Okay. So we should move into spoilers now.
Yeah, but
Okay.
go or
Let's-
don't go see it. Just go to your living room and see it.
Yeah.
go to
download the
Roku City and
if
see
you
it.
have an Apple TV though, you're fucked.
Did you see he tweeted like
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We saw that. Okay. So spoilers. What the fuck was the secret agent shit? I was like, we are really doing this. Like,
It's a parody
I
of
love,
his life.
I love the fucking First of all, the voiceover. Who was that?
I don't
That
know.
was Diedrich Bader.
Diedrich Bader.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him
I
to
laughed
like
really
yeah.
hard when he was like, I didn't know if I was the world's greatest songwriter. Was it the world's
or the
greatest?
deadliest assassin.
Yeah.
Like,
And then he threw in Deadliest Assassin. I was just like, I guess that's the point of his character now. Like he could just snap people. Like he was throwing people
Dude,
around the room.
yeah.
And like fighting them. Like really, I was like,
in
holy
the
shit.
diner scene was so fucking funny
Oh,
where they
yeah.
kidnap Madonna and then he's like, you think
Which
he's
who saw that coming? Madonna being his girlfriend.
So do you want to know where that comes from?
I would
yeah,
love
yeah.
to know where that comes from.
So the real life story is, at one point, it's this is Al telling it in the behind the music. Madonna said, "When is Weird Al gonna cover my song and do like a surgeon?" And that got back to Al and was like, "Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that." So it was like a surgeon was actually Madonna's idea. So, of course, they heightened it into this, like, Madonna seducing Weird Al to get a bump on her career.
the Yankovic bump.
Yeah.
Or the Yankovic bump, which is just so fucking hysterical
Yes.
to call it.
She wants the Yankovic bump.
Rainn Wilson, too. Also
great.
hysterical in this.
Looks just like Dr. Demento.
We haven't even talked about how great Daniel Radcliffe is in this. I mean, we said he was good, but dude, the one scene where he is just slamming the phone on the it's so hilarious, and he's like, no one will ever respect me as an original artist. He's like, no, I think this works out pretty well.
It's like,
He's
you're gonna get
and
the
you just
bump.
hear him smacking. Pow, pow. That was so fucking great.
That was hysterical, though. Like the flip, the subversion, if you want to call it that, of being like, yeah, no, Eat It is the original song. Like Michael Jackson then ripped him off. I was like, I don't know, it's about fighting or something, like or not.
Or trying to avoid
Avoid
a
a
fight.
Avoid a fight? Did you guys notice that was Weird Al?
Yeah. as one of the Scotti brothers.
As the record label executive.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you want to hear the real story behind that is this I thought was amazing. In real life, My Bologna was his first real hit. He sent it in to Dr. Demento and it got a lot of airtime, right? So when it got popular, Al sent the tape to the Knack, who did my Sharona.
Yeah.
They fell in love with it and sent it to their record label. I believe it was Atlantic. And said, you need to sign this guy. He got a 6-month record contract with Atlantic, and they didn't know what to do with him. So after the 6 months was up, they just released him. He then got a record deal with the Scotti brothers, which is Weird Al and Will Forte in the movie. The Scotti brothers weren't assholes to him. They treated him well. They took a chance on him. And
why did they make him literally yell at him and call him dog shit?
And so Will Forte had me cracking up so hard.
So they wound up just in real life. They just went under, like they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
So that's the funny thing is like the Scotti brothers were like according to Behind the Music, they were good guys. And the other thing was,
they went under. There's no happy ending for them.
They didn't go. They didn't get a happy ending
after the Weird Al. Even after like a Weird Al record came out, it did. Well, nothing.
At that was still before he was like a smash hit.
Megastar.
Okay. Yeah.
So. But also the other thing was they turned his parents, like specifically his dad, into an asshole. His parents are really nice, genuine people. They're not mean. They weren't abusive to him.
His dad is literally the dad from Dewey Cox, and he's like, "Wrong kid died."
Wrong kid died,
dude.
And when he's at the award ceremony at the end, he's just like, "Fuck you, Dad! I said I could do it." And then his dad's like, "What? I thought we just made up."
What was he trying to cover his wife's eyes while she was watching?
When Hulk Hogan took off the shirt.
Don't look. Why did they make her fat?
Why did they make her fat?
Oh, and then so that was supposed to be the. I don't know what the.
She came around the corner. I was like, what?
And then they talk about her being fat, and he's like, "Remember when you called Mom fat like 2 minutes ago?" And he's like, "Why are we bringing that up again?"
Do you remember Weird Al has a song called "I'm Fat" or it's Fat, based on Michael Jackson's Bad, and the lyrics are, "I'm fat, you know it." That's what the mom said. "I'm fat, you know it."
Oh, right.
And the joke was that wasn't the inspiration for Fat.
Oh, it's fucking hysterical, dude. Like, even I'm so glad you watched the Behind the Music.
I was very prepped for this.
Oh my god,
dude. And even then, so it seems like there's a whole nother level of funny if you're in on the joke.
Like, well, that's the thing. I found it hysterical without being in on it.
Inside jokes would work, wouldn't they? Huh?
His dad being Amish, and then writing Amish Paradise, and then Coolio was in the audience, just like,
yeah.
That was an interesting story too about the Coolio thing. Do you guys know about that?
Keep it going, Nick.
So Coolio apparently he was asked in an interview like, "Oh, did you hear Amish Paradise?" He was like, "I'm not with it." Like, they asked me for permission. I said no, and they went ahead and did it anyway. So, like, I don't fuck with that shit. So Al was like, I got the go-ahead from my record label. Like, I thought we were cool. I didn't mean any harm by it. So years later, they made up. And, like, there's a quote from Coolio where he's like, "It takes a real man to admit when you were wrong. And I was wrong. Like, who the fuck did I think I was? Michael Jackson got parodied by him. Like, Weird Al parodying the greats, and who the fuck am I? I'm just Coolio."
To be mad about it,
yeah. So it's like, and then when Coolio died a couple years ago, like Al did a tribute to him and shit, like posted a picture and they're like hugging and shit. Yeah. So just
the photoshops at the end are really great.
Oh, dude, so fucking funny.
What do we want to talk about where it went completely off the rails?
Yeah. Yeah, he becomes like a secret agent at some point.
And Pablo Escobar is obsessed with him,
which is the dude from Broad City.
Okay.
And I was like, that's so fucking funny.
So they mentioned earlier on in the film that Pablo Escobar is like
a big fan,
right?
Did that have any merit, Nick? Was that anything? Or?
Not that I know of. I didn't hear anything about that.
I gotta be honest. I've watched a lot of documentaries on Pablo Escobar. He doesn't seem like the type of guy that'd be into Weird Al,
Yeah, I
humor
agree.
Doesn't really
that's fair.
get on the scale for him
for like mass murder and drug cartels.
Yeah, he's not the one. So
it ain't it, Chief.
It ain't him. So I think what's funny about it though is like, they mentioned that he's a big fan, and it's just like, all right, well that's just like them doing like the times, right? Like, oh, Pablo Escobar is still alive, so it must be whenever, right? So then he kidnaps Madonna, who, by the way, is Weird Al's girlfriend for a significant portion of the movie.
Like
It is
half
not
the
just
film.
But it
like-
only was one in the movie time. It was only one day.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh
yeah,
my
because
God.
he's like when they're at the dinner, they're like, "This is the best 6 hours
Yeah.
of my life." Like, I didn't realize that, Nick.
So
So-
fucking good.
So he travels to
Colombia.
Colombia.
He kills all of
Just like the
I was gonna
cartel
say-
members.
I was gonna say Al Roker. Pablo Escobar's Al Roker's guards.
Kills
He
all the weathermen.
all of Al Roker's guards. And so he kills all of them, but like he does it nice. Like he is like a trained combatant and like knows how to shoot guns
Well,
and kill people and stab people.
From when she gets caught or when she gets captured in the diner, and he just literally Jason Bournes everybody.
Yeah, it's
like-
true. And then after he does that, I guess he gets her back, and then turns out she's the baddie, she's the bad guy, and it's just like, why own the music industry when you could own
When you could
world.
be why
Yeah.
be famous on this when you could be globally famous in history? And
Yeah, it's
she
just
wants
like-
to be the new Pablo Escobar.
as if Madonna isn't already one of the most famous people
Right.
to ever exist, you know? As if that hasn't already happened. Which once again, it's one of those things where it's silly done really well.
Yeah.
So instead of me being like, you've got to be kidding me, I was cracking up like, this is fucking for real right now. Like,
Right.
they're really doing this.
And after he kills everybody,
Evan Rachel Wood was really good.
She was
too.
great.
She was great.
She was so good.
Yeah, she was awesome.
but after he kills everybody, it's the
Not
thing
good
where
enough
they
to save her Westworld. Though.
but they call it out where he's like, "Yeah, last week I didn't kill a single person, and this week I'm killing everybody." Like, where it's just like because you're thinking, you're like, "Where the fuck did this come from?" And he's like,
and I
"Yeah,
guess,
where the
like,
fuck
and
did
it's
this
never,
come from?"
And like you're never supposed to take any of it seriously, and that's the whole point of Weird Al's music, and that's why I was like, it's a perfect
it's a
companion
masterpiece,
piece
yeah.
to his music.
And then did you stay for the Did you watch the like after credit shot?
Oh yeah.
You didn't watch that?
Wait, is
Was
this
it-
after the photoshops?
After the Photoshop.
Yeah, then I've seen this.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it is.
So
though.
Madonna walks up to his grave.
Oh,
And it's,
With her eye
yeah,
patch.
with her eye patch and the scar on her face, and then she, it's like it was like born, and then it said "ate it."
Ate it. Yeah.
Was it where he died? And then she goes to lay flowers on the grave, and his hand just comes out and grabs
yeah.
her.
Which is like-
And then the fucking photo montage.
Which is like clear, like that. Honestly, is the perfect ending.
Yeah.
To this movie.
I like the fact that it's like, oh, this is the official, true story.
The untold
and the fact that
story.
he gets assassinated in 1985.
1985.
The assassination was so funny. The guy's just sitting there with this fucking
Dude,
With a huge
and they
gun.
show you the Photoshop. First of all, I love how purposefully shitty the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
looks while he's pulling out
Yeah.
the gun and setting it up. And then when he stands up, it looks like everybody else looks like cardboard cutouts. And then it just, then it's like he's like, oh no, and like
yeah,
they
they
do the
cut without
credits
showing
thing.
him get killed.
You get to the end of the slideshow though, and they show you what he
That
looked
it
like.
was the best.
It was so funny.
yeah.
I was.
It's just a
cracking
mid
up.
shot of him exploding in blood, being shot like. Because it did the thing where I was like, oh, they're not going to show him getting killed. I was like, oh, they didn't do that, and then they just throw the picture in, and I was like, God damn
Who
it.
directed this movie?
I don't know. I don't remember.
One thing I'll say while you're
Was
pulling
it
that up.
Eddie something?
Ed
or-
McMahon,
Ed McMahon.
Eric
Eric.
Apple.
Yeah.
Eric Apple,
Tim Apple's brother.
Tim Apple. Did you guys notice that when they cut to like a TV screen playing the Beat It music video, or I guess the Eat It music video, they had the actual video
That was
from
the actual
Weird Al,
one, yeah.
but deep faked Daniel Radcliffe's face onto it. So good.
Well, this guy's directed like Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Oh, okay.
Teachers.
Oh, these make sense. Okay.
Son of Zoom. Like,
Zoom.
I like how a lot of Al's friends were in it. Fucking Scott Aukerman, played the police officer when he was a kid.
Oh, I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many
Scott
fucking.
Aukerman.
But yeah, Gallagher was a PFT.
Yeah, yeah. My boy.
My boy. I didn't realize he was a cop.
we speaking of Gallagher, when we saw Carrot Top in Vegas,
Oh, why wasn't he there? Damn.
he did a bit.
That's a good point.
He did a bit about how there was some woman raising her hand in the front row, and he finally like, look, what, right? And she just goes, do you hand out the plastic sheets? And he goes, for what? He goes, for when you smash the watermelon.
No.
And he just goes, God damn it, lady, I'm not Gallagher. And he's like, my whole fucking career. He goes, to this day.
That's so fucking.
And then at the end of the show, he brings out a watermelon.
Shut the fuck up.
And a fucking mallet.
Does he do it, or is it
He
just?
does it.
All right.
He does it.
Did she get watermelon all over her?
No, it wasn't that big. I think it might have even been inflatable now that I'm thinking about it. But
Yeah.
it was hilarious when he said that. And now I always think about Carrot Top when I think about
With
Gallagher. So he did that to himself. Yeah, this was good. I liked
It was great. I'm glad we pivoted.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
What were we gonna watch?
Cabinet
watch-
of Curiosities, which we're still gonna watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, can I just propose on a more meta note? We should we got a release this weekend for the new Pinocchio. We should do a VOD this week before we go away. Before Mike and I go away.
I would be down.
All right, Mike. Feel free to take it or leave it.
I'm gonna have to do a VOD for Black Panther.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Double VOD week.
And I'm gonna be streaming God of War Ragnarok all week.
Well, you got a busy week for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you guys,
yeah.
you viewers got a lot of content coming your way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you to those 39 people.
We love you.
One
We
of them
love
isn't Mike.
Each of you.
Can I get thumbnails before you leave?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta pump out like 10 or 12 before you leave.
I can't do all of those. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, see, it's okay. Getting angry. Anyway, so we also had a game plan for this week, and we pivoted last second. You don't know what the actual game is, right? You don't know what it is yet.
You told us.
You don't.
You did.
Not the subject though.
Yes, you did.
I did.
All right, Pat, you ready to announce it?
Okay.
Oh, shit, wrong one. Fuck.
All right, we're playing Guess the Game. And in celebration of God of War Ragnarok coming out this
fucked it up.
week, it's PlayStation exclusives.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 10 PlayStation exclusives.
Exclusives.
All right.
And
Yeah.
you're reading reviews, right?
Yes, we're reading the worst reviews I found for each of these
We're
games.
getting a lot of
Based
applause
upon
for
the
this.
bad,
The audience is loving this
and
right now,
based
Pat.
upon the bad review,
Dude,
you have to
fucking-
guess
you're
which
gonna
PlayStation
get, Pat,
exclusive
stand
it
up
is.
and take a bow.
I'm
Take a
not
bow.
standing up.
I am not wearing pants. I will not stand up.
You are never allowed to critique my drops ever again. Anyway,
And are these professional or like
come
published
on.
reviews?
I
or
went
no?
to the voice of the gamer. All right, I went to the Metacritic bottom of the barrel.
Love it.
Some of these games had 13 negative reviews.
Do we want to
Okay.
call out PlayStation exclusives, or are you just going to leave us?
It's
to hanging
literally
us out to dry?
PlayStation exclusives.
I don't know. The only ones I know are Last of Us,
Well-
both 1 and 2.
You'll get ready.
Neck 1, neck 2.
I'm gonna.
There's some oldies in here.
Okay.
There's some ones you should know.
Maybe.
Okay, so first up, you ready? This game is with a clear agenda and doesn't help that it has,
This is Last of Us Part 2.
has the same boring gameplay you see in,
Last of Us Part 2.
in other empty open world games. The terrible animations and voice acting does not help at all.
Deuce.
Seems more like a tech demo first and game second. Maybe?
I have no idea.
Last
it can
of
be
Us Part
so
2.
It's
many things.
not The Last of Us Part 2, Nick.
Fuck.
What give it
Each get two guesses.
give a hint.
What was not clear about that?
Oh, I'm so sorry. The complete ambiguity in the entirety of it.
Yeah.
Let me just look up a list of PlayStation exclusives.
Ratchet and Clank.
All right, that's Nick's two guesses.
No. My real guess.
Well, what were the other ones?
Fucking Last of Us.
Okay, that's the
was
first
one.
Okay.
I didn't really mean Ratchet and Clank. What fucking agenda does Ratchet and Clank have?
It has an agenda, Nick.
I don't know these games.
I don't know any of these games.
Firewall Zero Hour.
All right, no, that's so Nick's out. So what did you guess?
I didn't guess anything.
Okay.
I'm trying to. Can you read it one more time? Just like
Game with a clear agenda. It doesn't help that it is the same boring gameplay you see in other empty open world games. The terrible animations and voice acting does not help at all. Seems more like a tech demo first and a game second. Maybe?
Is it an Uncharted game?
No.
What is it?
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
No.
Bloodborne?
It's 2. No.
Deathloop.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Damn. Oh,
That has an agenda. Oh my!
it's got a female
Because
protagonist.
that's a female
Mike.
protagonist.
That's
Mike.
the agenda.
God damn it!
Yeah.
That's all. Basically, when I was like, okay, got an agenda. Any game with like a female or a person of color in the lead character is what they're fucking upset
So
about.
all right.
Fucking damn it.
Ready for the
Okay.
next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, the worst game I've played after turning 18.
Last of Us Part 2.
A game about, quote, zombies, how original, with the worst narrative I've ever seen. I didn't give it a 0 because it has reasonable gameplay and good sound, but it looks like a generic movie without any, quote, spice or anything intriguing. The characters are full of cliche lines, totally uncharismatic. Also, this game is longer than it needed to be. Christ.
Last of Us Part 1.
Okay. Let me just say there's no sequels on this list. It's all the first entry.
Okay, it's
all right?
all the
so Part
first one.
1.
Okay. It's not part 1.
What?
And it's
Then-
not The Last of Us either.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising
Was
is
that-
not.
no, that's not
PlayStation
exclusive?
Okay,
exclusive.
zombie game. Returnal?
Nope.
Ratchet and Clank to Rift Apart?
Okay, so Nick's out of guesses.
Dude, I have like no guesses either for this.
This
It's
is
a zombie game. It's a PlayStation zombie game.
Uh-huh. I think there's only 2
There's only 2.
PlayStation zombie games.
Left 4 Dead.
No.
Was the one where they're on an island?
Oh, Dead Island.
Dead Island.
Dead Island.
No.
That was also for Xbox too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. World War Z. Was
No.
that no?
Are you not reading PlayStation
I'm reading.
exclusive?
I googled PlayStation zombie games.
No, you have to Google PlayStation exclusive zombie
Yeah, that's-
games.
okay.
That will help you out more.
PlayStation exclusive zombie games. All right, here's what we're getting through. Days Gone.
There you go.
Okay. That's not on my list, for the record.
That's the first thing that came up when I googled that.
PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah,
That is the
All right,
keyword.
all right.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
The story is boring and the bosses look like something from cartoons, not the real movie, and it makes you feel like you are playing a game from a kid 12 plus, not 16 plus. If you are a teenager but a kid, you are going to love this game.
Spider-Man?
I was gonna
you got
say,
it.
yeah.
Morales?
No, not
Oh,
Miles
just
Morales.
Spider-Man.
Just the regular
Spider-Man.
one, yeah.
Same.
There you go, Nick.
Finally.
All right, so you guys got 1 on the board.
Let's go.
Okay, so then we have an inferior version of basically any Assassin's Creed game. Graphics are cool, but what else? There's nothing interesting to do in this open world. People who try to say it's better than AC games seem to forget that a big part of AC games is parkour. Now, I gotta be honest, this review makes a lot of good points, but they are not connected well at all.
It is all over the
Fuck, I
place.
remember you talking about a game recently that was like, oh,
Well, I
it's got
played
all
it.
the
I played it within the last year. I did.
fucking
Is it? It's not Just Cause, is it? That's not.
no.
Michael, come on. You know what a PlayStation exclusive is.
I don't. I really don't. I don't play any
You've
like.
got the internet at your fingertips.
Dude, there's not good resources. For
Yeah,
that right now.
it's not like it is a.
I'm gonna Google PlayStation exclusive.
Exclusives.
It's like it's not like the movie it said, right? What was this one? No, that was the last one where we were talking about a movie. I don't know.
You know, like this, I don't think this is the game, but I know you played it recently. Demon Souls.
No, it's not.
No, you're close though.
that. Okay. See, these games that come up are not exclusive ones.
Demon Souls is an exclusive.
No. But like these other ones I'm looking at on here, I was like a couple of these
The
are not.
Wikipedia page didn't even have like Spider-Man on there.
Right.
What?
Is this? It's like Demon Souls, in like context or like in like gameplay or in like
Oh,
atmosphere.
what was that one? Was it a zombie game?
No.
Oh no, we already,
No, it's not Dying Light. Like
it's open world and you can You can like scale buildings and shit.
Oh, was it Mirror's Edge?
No,
you didn't play that one.
Mirror's Edge also is.
It's not exclusive. God damn it.
Fuck, I wish we had people calling in.
I know.
Giving us answers.
That's not exclusive.
All right,
That's
I give
also
up
not
on this one.
exclusive.
You could go to PlayStation's website and they have a literal. They have you can click on PS4 games or PS5 games and it'll show you. It'll give you a whole list of all the exclusive stuff they put out
at PlayStation's website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess it's a PS5 game.
It is. I'll give you a hint. It came out. It was the last exclusive to come out on PS4, and they ported it to PS5 literally as soon as possible.
Uncharted?
Nope.
That's
no,
not
it's
fucking...
the last exclusive.
It was the last one out the door.
Oh my! Cyberpunk? No, it's not. That's not
no.
that.
Okay, too many guesses on this
Yeah.
one. You ready?
Yeah, give us some help.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Dude, I was like, there's no way it's Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I just don't know the gameplay, I guess.
Oh, it is like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's very Dark Soulsy.
I thought you guys would get that one the most.
No.
Okay, how
If
about this
Danny
one?
were here, he would have gotten it.
Oh, yeah.
One word. Boring. I suggest that it be played for an hour before going to bed so it'll help you relax and sleep well. Repetitive combat, poor graphics, inexplicable hype, and certainly the disappointment of the year. This review is from 2018. If that helps.
28. Is it Death Stranding?
Death Stranding?
That's
No.
no.
Death Stranding is not a PlayStation exclusive either.
It's on
It's
this
on that.
fucking
It's
list.
on that. But you said. You
It's
said,
on
Pat. You said.
PC. Well, it's on PC as well.
Right.
Pat, you fuck.
It's got combat.
Poor combat.
Core combat. You can play it before bed. It won't make you scared.
Came out in 2018.
No, it'll make you go to sleep. 2018.
It'll make you go to bed. What is this? I don't know PlayStation games. It's
When
not
did
God of
PS5
War.
come
No.
out?
2020.
All right, well there we go. That'll be helpful there.
Okay, I got some. Is it the Spyro Reignited trilogy?
No.
I know.
Also not an exclusive.
I know.
Far Cry 6.
God of War came out in 2018, so
There
I'm
you
gonna go with
you
God
got
of War.
it.
All right, nice, Mike.
There we go. There we go. This
Okay.
is how quick can we be detectives? Essentially,
I think this game is highly overrated and it's a piece of crap.
Is this the review or is this you saying?
This is the review. All you do for the whole time is collect these stupid bananas and blueprints. Hey, Rare, I don't give a damn. Oh yeah, and when it came out, it was not worth $70.
Is that Ratchet and Clank?
bananas and blueprints for Ratchet and Clank.
I don't know. I've
This
never
is when
played
they
Ratchet and
redid
Clank.
Rare.
Okay, so
Donkey Kong Country 64.
Yeah, for
oh
PlayStation.
my god, you got it. I cannot believe that you got that.
I was. Oh, that's right. You throw in these fucking. Because I was like,
Yes.
I was like, that's Donkey Kong. I was like, did they remake? Like, because I was thinking, like, you know how they remade Banjo
I
Kazooie?
cannot believe
That I got it.
You got
You
that.
got it.
Out of, oh my god.
You got it right there,
Don't
right?
call it a comeback.
Yeah, that's so great. Because I wanted to, when I put this one in, I was like, I gotta give something that's obvious. So they're like,
You put it
What?
at the perfect one to like.
yeah, the fuck it would fuck you over, but also the bananas. The bananas would have been one thing. The blueprints and the hey rare gave it away. but
Yeah.
Hey, Rare.
That was really funny. Oh, you didn't hear that part where I just called out the developer's name?
I don't even know the developer.
Yeah.
That
How-
is
the fact
that's
that you
even
got this
more
is
incredible now.
The fact
Holy
you got that
shit.
is bananas.
You're writing these moments down, right?
Yeah, oh, fuck, I didn't.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Anyway, so all right, let's do this next one. Ready? This one should be pretty easy. A copy from Tomb Raider without Lara Croft has great graphics but shit gameplay. Lacks better control, lacks better combat system, and for quick time event really annoying. Just game with good visuals. End. That's
End? They
that's
wrote
real-
end?
Yep.
Is this Uncharted?
This is Uncharted.
Oh yeah, I got it.
This
All
is
right.
Uncharted. Okay, now this is literally the most negative review I could find about this next game. It is short. It is boring. Worst.
Worst.
Go ahead. Figure it out.
Okay. It is a PlayStation game.
It is 100% a PlayStation game.
Did it come out? Well, which console?
PS2.
Okay, so it's a PS2.
Motherfucker.
Okay. So PlayStation 2 only games coming up here. Again, I don't know which ones of these are or not.
It is short. It is boring. What else?
Worst.
Persona 4.
It's not Shadow
no.
of Colossus, right?
No, actually,
that would be
almost made the
mean.
list, but no. Okay, so that's one for you.
That would be mean.
Like I said, this was the most negative review I could find, but I had to put it on the list.
For any game.
For in the world, PlayStation 2 exclusive games. All right.
Is it a big title?
All right, I'll give you it. There's two names.
Two names?
Like, is there a colon? Or is it like Ratchet and Clank type?
It is
Ratchet and Clank.
There you go.
Is it like this kind of thing, like a Ratchet and Clank type of game?
Well, it also could have been Banjo and Kazooie. I don't know
Okay.
what system that's on.
So here we go. Oh, I almost put Banjo in here over Donkey Kong, but apparently you would have got that too.
I would have gotten it.
The guy that doesn't play video games
Would've
right
been right
now
on
is
it.
smoking you, Mike.
That's fine.
Here we go. Next one. Not only criminally overrated, but an actively bad game. As in, this is not a passively bad game. As in, when you are not playing it,
It is
it's still
actively
being
bad.
a bad
On the
game.
I
shelf.
just think about how
sitting.
bad it is.
The
Yeah, right.
plot is bereft of any innovation and is advanced only by long cut sequences, which lead to massive, quote, cinematic walking, running from point A to point B, stopping only to shift the occasional ladder or mash buttons in unfun QuickTime events.
Last of Us.
Yes, there you go. The
Yep.
ladder gave it away. The part of the gameplay which essentially amounts to poorly rendered cutscenes and obvious filters. I wanted to get to the part where he goes, RIP gaming journalism. If you know anyone that considers this game more than a 5 out of 10, put them down. The infection has already taken their mind, and you're doing them a mercy they don't deserve.
God damn.
Yeah.
You really went for it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Last one.
All right.
Ready? Literally the single worst game I have ever had the disc version of playing in 25 years of gaming. And I've played Superman 64. Poor camera controls, plot that takes itself too seriously, mandatory vehicle sections, and those controls are about as responsive as a fucking tank, and tedious missions totally ruin this game. Only reason to get a 3 instead of a 1 is because the first game was good.
Gran Turismo.
I was gonna put that on the list, but no.
This is just talking about cars.
Yeah, but it's not.
Is this Uncharted?
No, we already did Uncharted, so that's
Is
one
it a
for both.
Resident Evil game?
That's 2 for Nick.
No. PlayStation. What year?
It's another 2 names.
It's another 2 name.
Two names.
It's
Two names.
literally the only other game that
Which
you've
system?
mentioned to me.
Oh.
That
These
I've
two.
mentioned.
Yeah,
That I
you've been
said?
like, oh yeah, you played this? I remember these games; they were great.
So I've played them.
You have.
Fuck. Another hint, please.
When you say
Naughty
two-
Dog's first big IP.
Crash Bandicoot.
No, that is not true. Actually, yeah, that is true. It's
I was
not
gonna,
Crash
I was gonna
Bandicoot,
say
though. Okay, that's on me. So
That's
that is not true. It's their second big IP.
their second one.
Oh, I know what it is.
You know, Nick.
And he's out of fucking guesses over here.
Is it Crash Team Racing?
That's 2. You're
Is
done.
it Jack and Daxter?
That's Jack and Daxter.
I didn't. I've never played Jack and Daxter.
What? Then which is the one that you told me wasn't Ratchet and Clank?
Probably
was it
Banjo
Sly?
and Kazooie.
There's a game
Ooh,
that you
Sly
told
Cooper? Fuck yeah.
I just downloaded those. Those are on the PlayStation.
I never
Plus
said
app.
a
You can
single
get-
thing.
You can get these PlayStation games on your PC now too.
Mhm. All of them?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
PlayStation Now. Only like $10 a month.
Oh, Sly Cooper.
Another subscription service.
Yeah, another thing to add onto the pile.
Yeah. Okay.
That was hard, dude.
Yeah, I
That was
know.
really hard.
You guys don't know a lot about gaming.
Well, I don't know
right
not
here.
a lot about. I don't know a lot about PlayStation exclusive games.
How could you not? They're so good though.
That's because that's your forte.
Okay. Clip of the week.
Oh yeah, it's the clip of the week. Oh, it's the clip of the week. It's the clip of the week.
So I
was
sent Mike this
wondering-
video, and I don't know if you watched this.
I was
yet.
wondering why you didn't when you sent it. I was like, why didn't he save this for clip of the
I
week?
brought this up at a party last night with mixed company, and it killed. Okay,
All right.
Like someone told me who we all know and respect that I won't mention their name here. They were literally like, "I like a man who appreciates a good vomit video."
Oh, you gave it
no.
up, Pat.
Dude, there is.
You can already see the thumbnail
So,
already kind of gives it away.
These
What's gonna
guys
happen.
are trying to each drink five pints for charity.
Pints?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
the
all-
charity doesn't get the money if they throw up.
Yeah. Just wait.
What's the date? 30th?
I don't like throw up.
4th of
Oh, you shouldn't watch a single bit of this. Then.
You'll be fine.
4 o'clock. And we've all got 5 pints to drink.
For charity.
Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, eat it.
Yeah, eat it. And like the first one's not bad.
No, first one gets down all right. And then the burping starts.
Look.
In
So like
this-
the
this
funny
one,
part is
right here.
This guy is an absolute monster.
Yeah.
And this guy's like number 2, and he's already
No,
falling apart.
That guy right
This
there.
right here.
Yeah.
He's a monster too.
He's number 2.
This guy right here though, absolutely. He keeps up, but he gets destroyed as
Yeah,
well.
very quickly. So watch. Instantly pounds the second one. Gets a couple of that lean, maybe a little spit, and
He's going for the third one.
the noises are horrible.
Oh, the guy in the North Face jacket.
Yeah. There's number 1.
None of them are reacting too.
They can't. So that guy got 3 in before he started vomiting.
Oh,
I don't know if I can do this.
wait, just it's. And then yeah,
Here we go. Look at the guy. Look in between his legs. Watch in between his legs.
I can't believe he keeps
Yeah,
drinking.
they keep going too. These two absolute monsters.
Oh God, damn it!
I
Look at that.
That backyard is just covered in vomit.
It's not like stomach bile though. It's
No, I
like
know it's
beer.
just
And
straight up
that's
beer.
it. Like,
I know it's straight up beer, but it's just like, it just reminds me of like a
look at
soccer
that, look at
game.
that. They're in number. Look,
guy in the yellow
all in
jacket.
all
in the name of charity.
And there we go. So the guy in the North Face is about to eat it hard. There we go. Yeah, and then
Oh no. This guy in the Adidas thing is just like, he's like, I'm not fucking doing this. Like, he's just nursing it,
so that guy drank 5 and threw up at least 2 of them.
if not all.
And then these guys are still going.
Dude, imagine being a neighbor looking out your window and watching
Being like,
this.
God fucking damn it.
You know what these guys are? These guys are chavs.
Oh, did you see that one? That one was a good
Oh,
one.
God.
Oh, man.
How much is left?
It's a 2.5 minute video.
Yeah, there you go. It's done.
I had to take my headphones off for that. Like just the sound of it.
Dude, it seemed like the guy right here in front of us, he had the chunkiest of the bunch, but like thankfully he was not on camera.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy behind him in the North Face and the guy in the background who keeps upchucking too. Well, they're all upchucking on some level, right? It's just the ones that are projectile vomiting are the ones that just kept going. The other ones
are the ones that
stopped
threw up,
after
drank.
Yeah, these guys are just like, I don't give a fuck if I'm throwing up. I'll just drink my own throw up.
Do
you
we
know?
know what charity they're doing it for?
I have no idea. It's never mentioned. And I found this on the Twitter account, No Context Brits.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's kind of the point.
Yep.
And I can't imagine a single charity that would be like, oh, look at all these boys. They raised all this money for all these,
They're like, don't do that.
exactly.
Do
And
not associate
they post
yourself.
this fucking video on their social media. It's about, because like, these guys look like what, 19, 20? Because it's in the UK, so drinking age is 18.
They're
right?
they're probably like 18ish.
Yeah, exactly. Like some fucking monsters
It
out
might
there,
be like freshman, sophomore, college kind of level
yeah,
shit.
exactly.
University. I
They're not
apologize.
exactly in a fraternity or anything. They just
They
a couple
wanna
of
be.
dudes hanging out.
I like
They're
that.
ready.
What do they say before they start drinking? They all
This
like,
guy right here, dude. Look at that.
oh god damn.
Look at that.
No.
That's a few.
I'm done here.
That's a good one right there.
Nick's like, I've cut away a while ago.
All in the name of charity.
All in
It's
the name
funny,
of charity.
They didn't mention a charity or post a link for me to donate to,
Nope.
which I would have done because this looked rough. So
I would have
There's
supported
the
them.
charity for the family of a friend of theirs who died from alcohol
Alcoholism.
poisoning.
He died from stomach ulcers. All right, well, I
Hope
think
you're all
that's-
hungry.
I'm about to go eat some Taco Bell after this. Well, so I guess that's it for this week. Next week, I'll figure something out. They're not here. They are
Nick, where are you going?
Next week I'll be in Florida for a work conference.
Florida.
Nice.
Palm Beach. What
I'll
about
be in
you?
Paris, baby.
Oh yeah, that sounds more fun.
Mm-hmm.
how long are you there for?
From the 11th to the 19th.
Okay. So you'll be back next week.
Yeah, I come back on Saturday.
Okay, nice.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
great.
What's the
great.
time difference?
6 hours. I don't
Okay.
actually maybe 7 with now.
So you'll be coming to the meetings at like 6 in the morning then, right?
Probably won't be coming to the meeting.
Just be you and me, Pat.
Kissing.
When are you back?
Telling secrets.
I'm going from.
Hold up. What?
You guys kiss and tell secrets at your meetings.
I'll be back on Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Okay. So you'll make the meeting.
Plenty of time to kiss and tell secrets.
Yeah. I'll be doing a lot of streaming.
And a lot of kissing.
A lot of kissing.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, cool. We'll see you guys. I'll see y'all next week, and they'll see you in 2 weeks, I think. There's no Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Like
We're-
and subscribe.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Goodbye.